Okay. Here, seated, and I've got my ball between my inner thighs. I'm holding on to my little weights. The little weights do not matter, but I have them. I'm going to use them. My arms are reaching in one direction, and I want to find the vertical. Vertical is sitting bones pressing down, lengthening up through the top of my head. So I find horizontal, I find vertical. And then from there, I roll back, 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 back. Good, and I try to find the base of my shoulder blades. Can you find the base of your shoulder blades? That would be great. My hands turn down, and I'm gonna start tiny little pulses. Inhale for 5 sips of air. Exhale for 5 sips of air. And then I'm gonna drive my body forward, and I'm gonna sit up all the way tall. Good, inhale, horizontal and vertical. Exhale, roll down with control, finding the bottom line of your shoulder blades. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Quick breath in. Exhale, drive your body forward. Find vertical, find horizontal. Inhale, breathe in. Exhale, breathe out. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Quick breath. Exhale, drive yourself forward. Find your vertical first, then the horizontal line. Yes, do it again. Exhale back. And inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale up. Exhale, find the vertical, find the horizontal. Quick breath, exhale. Notice I made it a little faster, so I changed the breathing on you if you got confused. Yes. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale up, exhale, find it. Inhale for nothing. Exhale, we go down. Good. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale up. Woo! Exhale, find it. And last time. Oh, yes. We roll back. Exhale. Inhale, hold. Exhale, come all the way down to the ground. Slide your feet in. And then from here, let your head rock side to side. Just in case you create any tension in your neck, we let it go. Perfect. If you got little weights, yes. If you don't, doesn't matter. Arms come up to the sky. I want you to feel the arms reaching up, humeral head sinking down, ribs sinking down, tailbone sinking down. Take a breath in. Exhale, lift the hips. Inhale, arms rise up. Oh, they're already up. Exhale, spine rolls down. Inhale, arms come to your side. So it's exhale, lift the hips. Inhale, arms rise up to the sky. Exhale, undulate your spine down. Inhale, arms return. That's it. Lift, lift, lower, lower. Couple more. Find your flow. Good. There's no blockages in your body. Your body is a complete flowing organism from your feet to the tip of your head, from the front of your body to the back of your body, from the side of your body to the side of your body, from the diagonal to the diagonal. Any direction you choose, there's flow. In a flow state, you can feel the energy coming in and out. Now, this is a scary place to be. Why? Why is it scary, Jen? Well, for me, it can be a scary state because it's a state of vulnerability. I'm not holding anything. I'm allowing the energy to flow through my body. If I have a lot of grief that I've been sticking in my body, which believe me, we all have, all of us, if we're over the age of 10, we have lots and lots of grief over things. But hopefully we've experienced it and we let it go to whatever degree we can. If you're stuck, you can't get to a flow state. So we're practicing it together in a safe space. We're practicing our flow state and recognizing perhaps, that it is a little vulnerable. Yeah, now this last one, we stay in our bridge, and I encourage you to find the edges of your feet even. I encourage you to feel that your scapula are like heavy pancakes. They're heavy banana, pecan, blueberry pancakes, and they're pressing down. Then your arms are lifting up, and maybe in this position, you turn your palms so they face each other. For me, that gives me a little bit more width through my shoulders, and it feels great. So notice if that's for you. We're gonna do 20 air kegels in this position. It's release and squeeze. It's a tiny movement. Release and squeeze the ball. As much as you can, it's internal. You could think of yourself as having the ball on the inside of your body, behind your navel, so that you're squeezing the ball internally. Good job. Good, it's that deep kegel squeeze. Deep kegel squeeze, the origin of our energy sources, origin of life spot for men and women of any gender, of any spectrum. This is the source part, the source spot of our energy. Also, it's our deep core. Yay! Good job. Squeeze and squeeze and squeeze and squeeze. Good. Now breathe in, stay steady. Exhale, melt down very, 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 very slowly. Good. Keeping the arms up today, maybe widen them. Is there any tension in your shoulders? If so, let it go. Nice. One way to let tension go in your shoulders is to activate the scapula. Can you press the bones from your back lightly into the mat like pancakes? Good. If the pancake analogy doesn't work, use something else. Take a breath in. And then on the exhale, come to the tips of your toes. Keep your belly muscles fired as you bring your legs up to tabletop. Yes. Good. Now I'm turning my palms back so that they're facing away from me. I can do this with the small weights or with my hands. Does not matter. I happen to have the weights, so I'm going to use them. Inhale here, exhale, push. Lift your head, neck, and shoulders. Push with your hands as if you're reaching for something, and you lift above your scapula. Can you lift above your scapula? Be honest with me. If you can't, we're going to try the next one so that everyone can get to that place of release for their neck. So come on back. For me, not at all hard, but for some people, or if you're beginners or you're new, that's hard. So recognizing that, this is what we do. Take a breath in, exhale, arms start the movement, then the head flows. So we don't create any stress. Then hold on to the backside of your legs and pull yourself up. Use whatever you have. Use a little momentum. You're above your scapula. You got it. You got it. And just hold it. That's all you're going to do today. If you're having issues with your neck, you just come to this place and hold it. You're building strength in your own way. Okay, so version 1, version 2, you choose. Inhale to prepare, exhale, it's the arms, then the head, we lift up, we hold, and we come back down, good. And again, arms, head, neck, and shoulders, really lift, you're working for your height. Work for the height of your body, and come down again. Arms, head, neck, push into your hands. Fight for your height. Fight for your height. And slowly down. Good. And again, lift up. Good job. Now, we're lifted as high as we can. There's no neck tension. Legs out, legs in, and down. 6 more. It's lift, legs long, legs in, and down. You can always do this with your head down if you're creating tension. Modify, please, if you need it. Cha-cha, cha-cha. Bring it in and down. Lift, lengthen long. Bring it in and down once more. Lift, out, and in and down. Yay! Let your legs come down. Legs fall to one side, head and neck turn away. Goal is to twist your spine. How much and how weirdly can you twist your spine, and can you breathe into the twists? Good, should be really pleasurable. Bringing it back to center, dropping your legs in opposition, turning your arms, your head, your neck, whatever it is for you. How do you twist your spine? And then breathe. Finding flow through the nervous system. Yes, that's what we're doing. Breathing into all the channels of the spinal column in the twisted parts. Then when we unwind, all of the blood, nutrition, chemicals can flow correctly. So that's what that twist is about. Yay. Okay, I'm going to grab a hold of my purple theraband. And today what I'm going to do is move into just a different version of our bridge series. I want to tie myself up so my legs come in and I pull them together, and I'm going to tie myself up into a little tight gift. Woohoo, for myself. I'm giving my gift of myself to myself. I like it. Okay, now I'm going to pull my legs apart. I'm in tabletop position, and I've made it tight enough so that when my legs are about 10 inches apart, I feel all the way from my hip out through my ankle. So I'm feeling something. Yes, good job. Now I'm just going to start by noticing I have a natural curve in my spine and making my tailbone and my rib cage heavy. My legs are going to press out and out and out and out and press out and out and out and out. Keep going. Press it out and out and out and out. Good. For those of you that do not have a theraband or a magic circle handy, and you don't have any way of giving yourself the feedback, you're pretending. You're pretending that you've got something to push against, push against, push against. It's a tight band, and you're pushing. You're going to get almost as much as the people that are using the actual object. Really using your mind. Yes. Okay, good. Now, keep the activity on the sides of the legs. You feel them? They're tingling? Yes. We slowly lower the feet, toes, balls, heels. Good. Arms are at our sides. Slide the feet in to any degree that's comfortable for you. Inhale, exhale, and remember you're pushing out a little bit. So you feel the outer edges. Exhale, lift your hips up. On this first one, you might have lifted up all the way to your neck. Do melt down into your shoulder blades. Find that position and keep your hips lifted. Good. In this position here, my hands can be on the ground. They can be on my pelvis. They could be up to the sky. It doesn't matter to me. I'm going to keep mine up just because they're up. And I'm going to pulse out for 10 and 9 and 8. So I'm already in a place of tension, and then it's a small pulse out, out. And I try to do that while keeping my pelvis completely stable. Yes. And out, and out, and out, and out. Pressing out, and out, and out, and out. Good job. Inhale here. Exhale, the arms float back as the spine floats down. Yes. Then when I come all the way down, I find the inner and outer edges of my legs active. I'm still pushing out on my band. My arms are over my head, and I'm going to drop my scapula, my heavy pancake scapula, down. That might actually bring my arms up a little bit. I'm connected. Good. Now I'm gonna let my arms float up while keeping my scapula down. Really paying attention that the power from our arms comes from our back. Nice. I'm still thinking about my scapula. I'm still pressing out with my theraband. And I'm gonna bring my hands behind my head. It's easy. And my scapula, and I can feel my ribs working. Good. Now from here, I'm gonna do a little chest lift series. So as I lift up, I'm gonna press out. And then as I go down, I release back. So I press out as I lift and I lower down. Oh, my outer thighs, my outer shins. I'm feeling this today. It feels great. I guess I need it. I'll come at a little diagonal for you, and we lift and we lower. Good. Now we practiced lifting up above shoulder blades earlier. Can you try lifting higher? And lower. Good work. Press out with your legs. Does that give you a little extra height? I think it does. And lower. We have just a few more. We lift and we lower and we lift and we lower. Good. And we lift up and lower. And one more time. Lift up and lower. Woo. Legs come together and just take a breath. Good. One more thing here with the theraband set up like this. Working the outer edges of the body. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I've set myself up and I'm going to practice a safe way of doing single leg bridges, safer than just letting my leg come out and doing the bridges up and down. That's pretty advanced. So we're gonna take it, this is a more moderate version of that. So if you can today and you feel safe with your core and your back muscles active, then try with me. Take a breath in here, exhale, lift the hips up. Good, so we find the bridge first. Yes, we get super strong and the sensation is that you're pulling everything inward. We're going on an interior journey. Everything is pulled inward. When you have it, you're gonna lengthen one leg long. Yes, good job. And notice that the TheraBand really helps because my knees are even. I haven't lifted my leg up to the sky. I've lifted it to the same height as my other leg. That's what we need. And press out and out. It's a tiny movement, 1 inch. 1 inch, there's a little bit of work on the side. Good. Let's count for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Replace that leg, lift up a little bit higher, then find your spot. Shoulder blade pancakes down, arms supporting you. Good. And we're gonna go right to the other side. Other side, boom! We found it. And we push out and out. There you go. 7 and 6. Yes, it's 5 and 4 and 3 and 2. Last one. Put that foot down. Lift a little higher if you like, because it's a stretch. And then roll your spine down, pulling the legs into the body, and a rock and roll is essential. Woohoo! Good job. Were you able to do that set the whole way through? If yes, go to your bananas and get the little blue organic label on there, or the Dole sticker, whatever you want. Put it on your forehead. Yes, you get kudos. Okay, I think we had enough of the TheraBand around the legs though today. So I'm gonna take that out. And as I'm moving into a stretch, I'm gonna use this in just a second, so I actually wanna unwind it. Unknot it. Yes, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and use it right now since I unknotted it. I'm gonna start out here with my left leg for variety. And I'm gonna put the band around my left foot. Good. My right leg is bent, and I want to pull my scapula down. I want to pull my spine down into the mat. And I'm gonna lower the leg down, and I'm just gonna hold it for a second. My leg is not relaxed on the ground. It's an inch or 2 or 3 up. How do I know how high I want to lift my leg? It's dependent on your scapula and it's dependent on your spine. If you lower your leg all the way down to the ground, do you lose that connection a little bit? Be honest. If you lift it up, is it easier to stay connected in your core? So that's the reason why I cue the way I cue, to stay connected. Yes, so find the flow, up and down. Good, all I can use is my references of the world. I can't cue for, you know, everyone's view of the world, but I can try to stay open and cue my openness. Does that make sense? Probably not. That's okay. There's a lot of nonsense in the world. Now, let's keep going up. Good, and you're noticing this feels so great. Maybe you've crossed your theraband, maybe you're holding it tight so you're pulling it down so you're getting work. The theraband is helping you work your leg. Maybe you've got a really loose grip on it and it just feels really nice and stretchy. Doesn't matter. I want you to do it your way, finding pleasure in the movement. Good, I think for me, it's so easy to stay motivated. It's so easy for me to move my body and get up every day and dance and move because that's the way I'm oriented. But I realize that there are so many different types of people in the world, but I want to always share with you my pleasure, absolute extreme pleasure in movement. I imagine that comes across quite well. Good, so we did maybe 20 here, and I want you to stay lifted. Pull the leg into the socket a little bit more so that you can feel it. You can feel the top of the leg dropping in. Then slither the other leg long and find contrast. The long leg on the floor is pressing down. The other leg is lifting up. Then pulse, pulse, pulse. Try to straighten the leg as best you can. Maybe you can't. Maybe you're not there yet. Maybe you never will. But try. Notice, oh, I could maybe someday straighten my leg. That's a good thing. And then we take it across the body, and then we open wide. So this is the windshield wiper kind of movement, side to side. And you're allowed to use your own timing. Maybe you really need a little extra on the out. Maybe you need a tiny little bit of extra pause on the across. So your own breath, your own timing, make this feel wonderful for yourself. Woohoo, good. And then we finish with 3 double D. So these are classic Pilates half circles. So it goes like this. So you found your contrast in the legs. One's up and one's down. We take the up leg across the body, like we just did, and then we take it down to meet the other leg, and then we bring it up through the center. So it's like a half circle or a D. D for diamond, or dog, or dig. Okay, that's all I can think of. I'm sure there's 1 million words that begin with D. Take it across. Diamond, dog, and dig. That's pretty pathetic. Oh well, I'm not in my brain, I'm in my body, so there's my excuse. One more time, take it across the body, taking it down to meet the other leg, and then bringing that up through center. Woo-hoo! Good job. Float the leg down. Good. Put the theraband by your head or your neck or just somewhere where you know where it is. And feel your sensations. You feel a little cattywampus, right? You feel a little bit weird. I feel that the side I just worked on is lower to the ground, so I kind of feel like a sailboat that's in the keel. Mary Jane, is that what you call when the boat is over, it's in a keel? I hope so. Anyway, tell me later if that's the right terminology, but I'm just noticing, okay, I have a little unevenness, but that's okay. I'm gonna do an exercise in between the stretches. Yes, I am. So I'm going to pull the legs in, give them a little squeeze, and I feel my spine pressing into the ground, and I'm going to use this shape to help me lift my head, neck, and shoulders. I do a half roll, and whoop, So easy. I'm now lifted above my shoulder blades. My neck is so happy. It feels great. And then I'm going to keep that feeling of greatness as my hands clasp and come to support behind my head. And I'm going to lengthen my legs up, and I'm going to take it into the dolphins. Legs go down, in and up. Good. Legs go down, in and up. Legs go down, in and up. I flex at the top. I point toward the bottom. Good. And it's one more dolphin, and then I'm going to reverse that. I point down, and I scoop and lift up. Reverse dolphin, point down, scoop and lift up. Oh my gosh, Jen, this is a lot of flow, I know. Well, you're talking a lot about dolphins. Don't dolphins have a great flow though? Isn't that a good animal to follow for flow? Yes. Good, last two if you can. Good, last one if it's possible. Ooh. Ah, good. Take a little break. And if you have your morning daiquiri there, feel free to have a sip. I don't know why I think that's funny today, but I do. Okay, so now I'm going to load up the right foot, and I get to have my stretch. See how I snuck in some abdominals, full body work? Yes. That was sneaky of me, huh? Okay, so I start out here, finding my pulling in of the leg, working on straightening the extended leg. This is my right side of the body. And then I go down, find it, and up. Good. I'm going to do about 20 of these. I'm not counting. I'm just feeling my way through it. Good. I go through cycles with counting. Sometimes I really need to focus on the numbers. It just it focuses my mind. And other days, I could care less about the numbers. I care much more about the feeling sensation. So who knows, just different methods of getting through the day. Good, and lift. And lift, good. Make it effortless here. We're stretching, we're doing a little strengthening. Like I mentioned before, I'm definitely feeling my scapula on the ground, my spine heavy on the ground. It's easy, but it's enjoyable. I could do a lot of these. I could do these every day. In fact, I do them almost every day. This is such a great one, just these leg lifts with the theraband when you get off your bicycle. Oh yeah. Okay, now I find one leg up, right leg up, left leg's gonna slither long, and I'm gonna take it across the body, and I'm just gonna hold it there for a moment. Yep, and then I'm gonna open it out to the side. So here comes the sideways windshield wiper type of movement. And again, just paying attention to your own body. Breathing, using your theraband as a guide. Your therapy band is your guide. Yes. Therapy is a good thing, isn't it? Yes. Art therapy. Think about all the types of therapy we have. Art therapy, movement therapy, talk therapy. What else? What other kinds of therapy? Are there music therapy? I bet there's like 100 other kinds, but again, my brain's not working, but at least I named 4 kinds of therapy. Life is so good. I'm reading a fun book. It's for our book club. I didn't know about it. It would have never been on my radar. Don't you love book clubs? Gets you to read things out of your sphere. It's called Dear Edward, and it's by Janet Napolitano, and it's a book about a young boy who's the sole survivor of an aircraft crash. It's very interesting. I'll tell you more about it later. Okay, bring the leg up, 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 and pause. And now here comes our 3 double Ds. These are classic Pilates maneuvers. We take it across the body. We take that right leg down to meet the left leg, and we bring it up through the center. We're really guiding with our band. We take it across the body as much as we can. We really push the foot into the band, and we take it down to meet the other leg, and then back up through the center. Good, and again, take it across the body. Good. Down to meet the other leg, and then up through the center. Good, did we reverse it? I can't remember. Did we reverse it on the other side? Did we go down and across and then back up? I don't think we did. Okay, forget the reverse, but we'll do it another time. Pull the leg towards your head, maximum stretch, good, and release. Woohoo! Okay, I'm taking my band and I'm going to just double it up. If you don't have it handy, it doesn't matter. I'm going to do a I'm going to do 3 roll-ups, but I'm going to do them with flow. So my knees are bent, and I'm going to squeeze my legs together. I inhale and let my arms come up over the head. On the exhale, I drop my scapula down. That raises my arms. That starts the movement. I lift the head. I tap my thighs, and I lengthen my legs, and I keep rolling up. So that pushing out of my feet makes it effortless and a little more flowy. Then when I come down, I bring my legs with me. So it's a smooth movement. Good. Inhale. Exhale. There's a little moment of freedom. Can you find your little moment of freedom? Like when you're on your bike ride and you're coming down the big hill and you feel like there's a giant grin on your face. Or like when you're driving your car and you see an Australian cattle dog in a truck right in front of you and it's sticking its head out of the window with a big grin on its face. That's that moment of freedom. Okay, we did it. Woo! Now we've got to do our 101 basic hip strengthening series. Yes. So roll onto your side, find your ball, and place that behind your knee. Yep, we're doing this every day, every session for the next week and a half. Okay, got my form, and I'm gonna start with a little lift, little lift, little lift. Yes, we can. Yes, we can keep our hips strong. Yes, we can. There's so much that's in our power. Let's claim that power. Good. Have you ever seen that website? You might have seen it. You might have used it a long time ago and forgot about it. But it's an unclaimed money website. And you go to it. The one that I went to years ago, it was operated by the state of California. And I think it incorporates any kind of public utility like water or gas or taxes. So they have all this money, probably trillions of dollars, but I don't know how much it is. They have all this money that people have not requested back. So it sits in it floats in this, ether system. But you can type in your name and your last 4 digits of your social security or something, and it'll tell you if there's floating money out there for you. And when I first did it, I think it was like $56. And then I claimed it, and then the state of California sent me a check. So notice that there's unclaimed energy, unclaimed goodness, unclaimed assets that we can claim. Anyway, that's where my mind goes. Okay, let's go a little bigger and a little bigger. Good job. And a little bigger. And a little bigger. Good. I'm so glad that we're doing the basic hip strengthening series again. It's when we started it a week ago, this is the 3rd time we've done it in a row. I really felt it, like, boy, did I need it. Now it's feeling a little bit easier for me. I can just see how these exercises work so well for me. I love getting feedback. I love to feel that I'm getting stronger. I mean, it feels good. It feels empowering. So a couple more, and then yes, we move into the circles. Good. So here we go. We're going to move into a circle. The circle today is as big as you like while keeping your pelvis steady. Yep. Keep going. Yes. Big circle. job. Keep going. Circle. Circle. Okay, good. So here's a question for the class. My neighbor across the street graduated from UC Berkeley a week or two ago, whenever they had their graduation ceremony, and her parents are throwing a giant party with a taco truck and music. Okay, now we reverse. And I really, I've seen this girl grow up and I want to give her a gift, but I don't know exactly what's the right gift for a graduate. I don't want it to be too much. I don't really want to give money, but maybe money's a good idea. I don't want to give her something that she doesn't need or want. So if you have any graduation gift ideas, Joan, I'm counting on you. You always seem to know what to do. So let me know after class. Good job. Okay, we did it. Woohoo! Let's take a quick number 4 stretch or glute stretch, which is crossed over higher, and take a couple breaths. Good, she's already got a job and she already has an apartment in San Francisco, so she's pretty set up for all that. Lucky, yep, lucky young woman, huh? I know. Okay, now let's do that on the other side to finish our class. Whew, I love doing flow classes. Man, they flow by quickly. Okay, so we get in our position, we find our necks comfortable, and then we start a little lift, little lift, little lift. Good job. Good job. Lift and lift and lift. So yesterday morning, I was going to meet my girlfriends to go mountain biking, but it was really gray and foggy here at my house, and I kind of needed some sun, a blast of sunshine. So I texted them, sorry, I'll meet you next week. And I took my bicycle on my car out to Corlitas and did just an easy country loop. And it was so beautiful. The sun was shining, all the animals were out, all the redwood trees were smiling, and all the people were pretty nice. Pretty nice people out there in the countryside. And the goats were out, and the horses. It was fun. I definitely need that. We're so blessed to live here. Okay, now take it a little bigger. Woohoo! A little bigger. Little bigger. Yes, and it's bigger. Oh yeah, and I was remembering, so today's the first week of June. My kids were in middle school, so it was a long time ago. But I remember they were just getting out of school. It might have been June 6th. And we were driving home from Santa Cruz, I think, and coming toward the ocean. And you know how your car has a thermometer on it? Well, mine does. Yours probably does too. It said 108, and it was a heat wave. It was a crazy heat wave. I think, if my memory is correct, I wish I'd written all these things down, but it was 3 days, and there were temperatures over 100. But that was crazy, 108 degrees at the beach. It was just like once in a lifetime heat wave. I should look it up. Do you remember, anyone remember that crazy heat wave the first week of June? And then it just went back to being normal. So now reverse. We've had heat waves over the years where it's over 100. Very unusual, but we've had them. Good, keep going. We've got 7 and 6 and 5. Aren't these getting so much easier? I know. Wonderful. I think next week I'm going to use my weights. I like the ball though too. Okay, last one. Yes. Come onto your back. Take your number 4 stretch, your hip stretch, your favorite glute stretch. Sink into it. Good. Give yourself a sticker that you are amazing. You are powerful, more powerful than you know. Good. And then here's my last little words. Be skeptical. That's it for me. I'm such a naive, I'm a naturally kind of a naive, open person. But I have learned in the last year and a half to be very skeptical. And it's healthy. It's healthy. I'm going to be skeptical. Okay. We did it. Woohoo! Thank you for joining in the class. Thank you especially for Carolyn and Tamer and all of you beautiful people, Sarah and Ellen and Gail. So happy that you're here. I will unmute us so that we can now say goodbye to each other. Okay, you should be able to unmute yourself. I'm having a little trouble today.
Hey, Jen, how do we pay the person?
How do you pay who?
The person that's going to take your place?
Oh, she's doing it as a volunteer. Her name's Bana Kaufman, but thank you very much. But I know that Bana would love it if you wanted to just continue to send me a few dollars.
Okay. So just pay you. I just wondered how we work that.
Yeah, no, Bana, are you, can you unmute yourself for a second there?
Yeah, okay.
There you go.
Yeah, now I can. Yeah, all I'm going to do is just show a YouTube together. So it's for people that are not going to do YouTubes on their own because, you know, I'm one who likes the structure and just seeing everybody all together.
Yeah. So
and
you're going to play
we'll just
YouTube
be together doing
Okay.
Jen's YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
So basically,
Great.
it's a volunteer thing. But thank you for asking, Lynn. That's so kind of you to think of that.
Lisa.
Oh, Lisa. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Lisa. Yeah, I have.
That's okay because I always have my camera off. I'm still in my PJs.
Okay, well, that's a good thing. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Hi, Shelly. Okay, well, bye, beautiful people. I'm so glad you got to flow with us today because you know how